no shortcuts. Midas and Fame, yeah. No shortcuts. Here to give you motivation and a little bit of inspiration. No shortcuts. Me and the boss ain't easy. Every day somebody needs me. It's no shortcuts. I wake up stretched, say a prayer, coffee and then some fresh air. Time to get it poppin'. I got a fresh 24. Hopefully I'm blessed with plenty more. Meanwhile, I'm thankful for the fire on the inside burning. I keep earning as the world keeps turning. The thing about life is you never stop learning. Hoping everybody Maxwell learning. You make a plan, then you stick to it. Even in tough times, get through it. So get to it. And make sure your family's straight. We going worldwide, you understanding me, mate? Providing a platform where like minds can meet. Closed mouths don't get fed, want everybody to eat. On Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. Tuesdays at noon, let's all get rich. It's no shortcuts. Tell a friend to tell a friend about the No Shortcut Show.
Out. You know, oftentimes we as people get so caught up in our own stress and strife on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, I know it's cliche to say that someone out there has it worse than you do. I just wanted to bring you that angle. Better yet, I want to bring you my angle. I'm already rich, got my mind right, plus the limelight, yes, it's divine, right? I'm already rich, I got my mind right, plus the limelight, yes, it's divine, right? I'm already rich, got my mind right, plus the limelight, yes, it's divine, right? I'm already rich, got my mind right, plus the limelight, yes, it's divine, right? Listen, right. If I'm healthy, I'm already wealthy. Don't let me get my money right, really won't be nothing to tell me. See, right now I'm ballin' on the budget. Other dudes is mad because they can't budget. That simply means I can't be moved. So while he blowing his advance, I'm trying to make the most of my chance. And I'm doing pretty good if I may say so. Mellow groove good cause we got our pesos. I might come on the scene, I may lay low. Give me my queso and Dame Beso. Make sure my family's straight. Used to get mad at the kid, now they understand when he late. My hustle legitimate, I'm reaping the benefits of everything I've sown. So what? And I won't stop, doggy. You can bet that on your bones. Better yet, I bet that on everything. I'm already rich, got my mind right. Plus the limelight, yes, it's divine, right? I'm already rich, I got my mind right. Plus the limelight, yes, it's divine, right?
Yo.
Yeah, I was just typing in the comments. Famous is playing old records of mine.
I had to see if you still remembered it.
Famous had that a long time ago.
Yeah, man, I still have it. I'm gonna put the album out soon, I promise.
Yeah, we got a lot of, we got like sort of like how Prince and all the greats are. You got unreleased material in the vault, and you being our DJ for many years, you have a lot of the unreleased things.
Yeah, I got like Chris Brown level amount of music.
Yeah, man. We're gonna eventually just put all of it out at some point, though, you know. But yeah, I wasn't expecting that. That was a pleasant surprise today, man. Greetings out there, everyone.
Hey,
Come
Mom.
on in. Mom is here. Mom, love you. Perfect attendance still going. My brother is here. Smooth Sales.
Matt
Our
says
Power.
he remembers that one too.
Yeah. Oh, my brother has like all my stuff too. It's a few people that you send everything. My Aunt Flo is here. Love you guys. Okay. Thank you for being here. Come on in. Shout out to our following on YouTube. Shout out to Apple Podcasts, Twitch. Yeah. Thank you. Instagram. Who else? Everybody. Spotify. Come on in the house.
All of them.
However you see this platform. Today is what? March 25th, if I'm not mistaken.
It is the 25th.
Tuesday, March 25th.
12:06 in the PM too.
Yeah, you know what time it is. It's time for another installment of No Shortcuts with Midas and Fame. Yeah, I'm Midas, that's Fame.
Hey,
in case you left your reading glasses on the table. Matter of fact, I saw somebody that looked like you too, man. Thursday.
Here we go.
The guy who, at the event, I showed him a little clip of the podcast because y'all was like doppelgangers.
Doppelganger.
Yeah. You had a doppelganger, man. Yeah. He was from Louisiana.
I get that a
Mom,
lot.
yeah. Mom want me to do a song about lemon water because on health kick
Mm-hmm.
with the family drinking lemon water. So I was like, Mom,
Yeah, we should.
that's that's kind of a tall task. But she give me a hard time about it, even at the show in Sherrod.
Yeah.
After the show, we took a few pictures and she was like, I'm waiting on my song.
It's like Wild and Out. You just give you the subject and then you go off on
Yeah, you
it.
just gotta go off
Whose
on it. We're
line
gonna
is it
see.
anyway?
We're gonna see. And I've been so busy lately. I haven't had a chance to lock in on anything outside of just performance.
Yeah,
But
man. What up,
yeah, we'll
James?
see what happens. James F. Masters, former guest of our show, faithful member of the
Masters
community,
Media.
joining us. Check him out, ladies and gentlemen. James F. Masters. Look him up on Spotify. Look him up. Where else? James, Apple Music,
Apple
all of the
Music.
platforms.
Yep.
Type in
His
James
music
F.
is
Masters.
on Instagram. If you need some backing music for your reels, his music is on there as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
it's great. Like kind of EDM, house, trance, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Definitely check him out. Yeah,
What up,
yeah.
Barb?
Barb, come on in. Hey. Our last week's guest. That's
Yeah.
Barb
Makina.
Makina.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on in. Says that I know that song is coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
Mom has always had the most faith in me.
I'll
You know
twist his
what I
arm
mean?
about it. I'll
Yeah.
twist his arm. I'm gonna
I'm
text her
surrounded.
first thing every morning and just say lemon
Yeah.
water.
Yeah. See, in this community, I'm surrounded by arm twisters.
Yeah.
And I think I've contributed so much creatively. It's like trying to do this and do that and do that. You know what I mean? But we'll get to it. We'll get to
We'll
it.
get to it. We'll get
Yeah,
to it.
yeah,
So what's
yeah.
good, man? What's been going on
Man,
since our last broadcast?
since our last broadcast last Tuesday. Well, first of all, because I just started something. I was telling you before we came on air about my son's project last week. But real quick, I got to shout out my son Isaiah. He got invited to be a member of the National Junior Beta Club at school.
Yes, good deal.
So
Congrats
yeah,
to
got to
him.
shout him out. He's doing his thing. He's honorary member of the No Shortcuts community by default.
That's right.
Yeah. But so she wanted to shout him out. And real quick, because my nephew and my niece got their report cards yesterday, and they're doing really well in school. So I want to shout out all the kids real quick of the family. But nonetheless, man, I had a busy week last week. We were here, Tuesday? Thursday, my son had the project due at school. I took him to school, then went back around their presentation started at 9:30. So I took him to school, come back, shower up, go back to the school, leave, go back, pick him up. I went to the school 3 times on Thursday. Took him to his mother on Thursday. Mellow Groove also played Thursday Eve. Mellow Groove has been playing quite a bit as of late. Chairman of the board is going through a little downtime, revving up for the spring summer concert series and tour that we're doing.
The Kings of Summer.
Yeah, but my other outfit's been pretty busy, man. We played an event in Charlotte at the La Meridian. It was an event for educators, big old conference. And so that was Thursday was the first night of the conference. It went all the way until Sunday. And that's where I met your doppelganger at. I bought a few oils off of him. We got to have our smell goods. He was up from Louisiana. But shout out to Dontavius Williams, who booked us for that event. But something different, man. Just an event celebrating the educators. They had vendors in the hallway of the La Meridian, the hotel, and everything. We were in like the restaurant bar area of the venue. It was formerly CJ's when they used to have those events in Charlotte. I'm not sure if you heard of that back then. Yep. So that was Thursday, and it was an early event. I think it was from like maybe 5:30 to 7:30, something like that.
Okay. Yeah. I like those. Get them in. And
Yeah.
get out.
Yeah.
Get that envelope and let's go.
Yeah, or that cash app, however, Yeah, absolutely. And then let's see, trying to keep it a little brief because it's a lot. Friday, I had the privilege to sit in with Charles Page and the Groove Masters here in Rock Hill. They played at the VFW. But I sat in with them to fill in on keys. Their keyboard player had some other obligations for Friday. Saturday morning, did choir rehearsal at church with the kids because they had to sing on Sunday. Then left from choir practice. Had to move my choir practice to 9 a.m. because Tim Brandon and I, as a Mellow Groove trio, we were booked to play at the Rock Hill Lay Council Luncheon, which is like a church group
Mm-hmm.
club or whatever organization here in our area. So we played that luncheon. That was from 12 to 2. Then Mellow Groove as a full band, we played our musician friend Tanya Diaz's birthday party in Charlotte at Sophie Steakhouse
Wow.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is a busy
couple of
time.
sets. Then I played at church Sunday morning. Picked my son up around 3 something, and I was telling you before we came on here about 6:30. I said my body's like, you got to go lay down.
Yeah.
Because mind you, not only are you playing, but you packing, you setting
Right.
up, you carrying it, and it just it wears
Mhm.
you out, man.
It does.
Wears you out.
It does.
So
I'm going
got
through that
myself
too.
together.
I still got
Yeah.
a problem going on with my right arm and elbow from a few weeks ago packing up, and it still hasn't healed. I tore something or ripped something. I don't know, but it's still burning when I move it.
Yeah, you have to get you one of them NBA basketball sleeves.
yeah. This equipment is getting heavier and heavier for some reason.
yeah. I
That's what it
mean,
is.
but when you're doing it like regularly, man, it wears you out, and thankfully, everything was like close to home, but
Yeah.
but you're still unloading, loading, setting up, packing up. It's a bit of a grind.
What up,
Thomas
Thomas?
Neal,
What up,
DJ
Thomas?
83. We had the pleasure to hang out with him. Was that like a month ago? Robbing
a
Barbies
few
in the
weeks
house
ago.
and the bars.
Yeah, he gave me a whole bunch of content that I haven't put out yet, but I'm working on it.
I'm
getting
waiting to
it out.
see it, man.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to
It's
see
on
it.
its way this week, hopefully. I've been so backed up, man. We were talking a little bit beforehand, just like you said, every day is something going on. We've had a lot of stuff with the kids come up this week with all of their activities and practices and rehearsals.
Yeah.
And my son, he had some artwork that was submitted to the Lancaster County Arts and Sciences program. So we had to go up there I think it was Wednesday, to go check out, because they had like an exhibit, We had to go up there to check out his artwork, and we was up there for a little while. And then he just started playing on a basketball, a travel league.
Oh man.
And they had 2 games Saturday and 2 games Sunday. They won the championship. And I didn't go to Saturday. Yeah, for sure. I couldn't go Saturday because I had a wedding in Charleston on Saturday. So my wife had them all Saturday at the game. And then Sunday, the championship games, but it was 2 games. It was 1 game in the morning. And if they won that one, then they're gonna play in the championship.
Then you play again.
But my other daughter had a cheer competition in Columbia on Sunday.
Oh, man.
So we had to split duties. My wife took the girls down to Columbia, and I took the boy to his final 2 basketball games, and they won. They won the championship. Nice. It was their first, this is a new league that they just started, but the coach, he's coached some of these kids in other leagues that he's coached, So
chemistry matters.
Yeah, they had like 3 practices before the first tournament, which was a Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah, but they won all 4 games, so they had a good little run.
Then that's awesome.
A little small practice yesterday, and we did a little pizza party for them.
Gotta love a good pizza party.
Yeah, so get them in good spirits. I'm
sure
you get the kids harder.
Yeah, y'all, we're gonna have a pizza party. Y'all do good.
Yeah, you gotta get through this practice. Get through this practice first, and they have the pizza.
Absolutely.
So that was cool. But yeah, man, every day is something like that going on. But I had the wedding on Saturday. It was cool. Everybody had a good time Saturday night down in Charleston. Got home at like 1:30 in the morning and had to be up at 7 because he had to be in Concord, not Concord, Indian Trail at Carolina Courts. He had to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning. So it was a quick turnaround, a little bit of sleep.
Yes. Yeah, the same here. Hey, today is a lot better than yesterday was. And yesterday was better than what Sunday evening was.
Right.
So I'm getting there. But you go through that grind. I see my brother said definitely know about the wear and tear involved with unloading and loading.
Yeah, absolutely,
with what he does with his products when he goes to sell them in person when he's setting up. So it's not easy. Even my Aunt Flo, because she helps my sister. You got to be mobile vendors sometimes, So they get it,
And Matt, that stuff gets heavier, even though you didn't put anything extra in it. It's still heavier than it was last time.
But you can deal with it long as you can come home and your pocket's not empty. You can deal with it.
That's right. I had a nice little envelope the other day. I loved it. Little tippy.
Talk about we talk about envelopes a lot today.
Yeah, man.
This is not an ad for you guys to
This
go
is not.
shopping for envelopes.
It's not.
I don't even
But
know what's an envelope brand. I can't even think of one. Like a name of an
I
envelope
don't
brand.
know. Office
Yeah, not
Depot.
right at the time. Yeah,
I
all
don't know.
right, bet.
I
We'll
don't know.
just talk to the big dogs. Office Depot. This is not an ad, but
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you wish to contact us, feel free.
Yeah. Please do so. Please do so. We'll keep them
Mhm.
envelopes full.
Yeah.
As you can see,
Manila,
we
all
just
of that.
talking today. We ain't doing nothing.
Yeah,
We ain't
yeah,
doing
ladies and
nothing.
gentlemen, surprise! There is no guest today.
It's us.
Yeah, and Famous has another engagement, so we
Yeah.
don't have a whole lot of time today. But we
Just want
always
to
like
check
to
in.
be consistent with you guys. We know you guys are counting on us and looking for us
Yeah.
on Tuesday. So even
Just a
if we
little
just
check
come
in.
through for a little bit, we do
Yeah.
our
And y'all
best to be
talk
here.
to us. Let us know what y'all have been up to and
Yeah,
what's
please
your
talk to
your
us.
first quarter of your business has been like. I did want to share a quick half of a story that I
Sure.
teased last week.
Hmm.
And it's business related because my wife and I decided to do some work here at the house outside, and we had met this guy who came and gave us an estimate on what he would do, and everything looked good. The estimate was good. What we wanted to do, we already had an estimate from somebody else, and then this guy was like, "Oh." He came in to look at something else, but then while he was here, I said, "Hey, I already got an estimate on this thing." He said, "Oh yeah, whatever estimate you got, I can beat it by $500." All right.
Oh wow. Okay.
He didn't even know what the estimate was. He just he
Right.
knew he could beat it. I said, "Well, go ahead, do your thing. Just go ahead, do
Uh-huh.
your measurements, whatever, and then get back to me. Let me know what your estimate is." My
Mhm.
man came back with a number that was higher, and I said, "Well,
Wow.
my other estimate say he was going to do it for this. Like, it's cool. You can still do the other thing, but on this project, my other guy already said he's going to do it for this price. So that's what we're going to do." He's like, "Nah, I'll still do it." So he's going to do it for the cheap. You frozen?
Uh-huh. I think I froze. Hold on.
Oh yeah,
Keep
you back.
talking. I'm
You
coming right.
back. You back.
Am I back?
Yeah,
Okay.
you
All
back.
right.
So anyway, it's a
Now,
long drawn out
backtrack
thing.
just a little. So
Yeah.
you backtrack just a little bit. You said his estimate came in above the previous
Yeah.
estimate that you got.
Above. Yeah, because I
Okay.
never
All right.
told
That's
him
right.
what the first estimate was. I never told him what it was. I just told him to
Mhm.
just go ahead and give me an honest price, But it just turns out it
Okay.
was higher. So anyway, it was a whole
Mhm.
long drawn out thing. The work got done and we paid what we paid and all this kind of stuff. But my point was throughout the process, there was 3 different times this dude didn't know or forgot how much we paid him. Right? So as a business owner, you
Wow.
can't be forgetting what your contract is and what your payment system is like and all this kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
I used West Indian Archie when I was talking about it last week because I called my wife West Indian Archie, right? Because
Okay.
in the movie and in the biography of autobiography of Malcolm X, he was working in Harlem with West Indian Archie, and West Indian Archie was the number. He was the number man. He was a number runner, and he never wrote anything down. He remembered his numbers all the time. He never wrote anything down. And so
That's
then
right.
him and Malcolm got into a beef because Malcolm said he hit the number one day. He said, "Oh, I had 217." He said, "Man, you didn't have no 217." So they got into a thing, and then West Indian Archie wanted to kill him and all that. So then fast forward to 20 years later, when he already became Malcolm X, he went back to the hood to find West Indian Archie to kind of found out he was like senile, like kind of losing his mind, like living by himself. He didn't really have all his faculties anymore, but he still remembered that. He still remembered that number, right? He couldn't remember the numbers.
Wow.
My wife is like West Indian Archie. She remembers numbers.
Yeah, she remembers.
She remembers numbers.
Yeah.
She remembers what she paid you. You know what I'm saying? And the first time it happened, like we gave him 50% up front, right? To go ahead and get started, order the materials, go ahead and get started. At some point, a couple weeks later, he forgot that that's how much we paid him. And like, dude, the check is right here. Here's the check. Here's the copy of the check. This is where you cashed it. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Right.
Then it happened a second time where something else happened and he forgot what the number was supposed to be. And I have a bad memory too, so I keep everything documented.
Yeah.
Everything in text messages, I keep.
Yeah, you have to write it down sometimes. Yeah. Whatever works, so you know what you agreed on.
Exactly. towards the end of the project, he needed, to go get some more supplies or whatever, and he didn't have the upfront cash to do it yet on his own. But we still owed him money. So we was like, all right, cool. We'll pay for it and then just take it out of what we still owe you. That's cool. His man was at Home Depot, like ready to cash out, and he couldn't cash out because his card was declining or something, right? So we're like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah,
I'll call and pay it,
crazy.
but that's gonna come off of what we owe you, off the balance. Boom. Yeah, cool. That's cool. We'll do that. So then, boom, project's done, all the work's done, and we're gonna pay the final what we still have to pay.
The balance.
He takes the check, he takes it to the bank, cashes it the day of, whatever. But then when he come back to the crib, and I'm not here for any of this.
The day of.
Yeah, he cashed it the day of. I'm not home, but he come back and he's talking to my wife outside about what was going on. He's like, yeah, you shorted me some too because of boom, boom, boom. And she's like, no, we didn't. You remember that Home Depot where we paid that and we took it off the, it's just not remembering what your business, like it was just bad business, man. And I thought about it the whole time throughout the process. Like, this is really bad business. Like not knowing your customer, not knowing your contracts are all out of whack and what people have paid versus what they supposed to pay. And he got way in over his head and blamed it on everybody else, man. He just couldn't take responsibility for what mistakes that he made along the way and promising stuff that he shouldn't have promised, But you promised something, I'm gonna make you stick to it, And then he blamed it on us, like we was trying to get him or something. I was like, "This is what you said you can do, bro." It was wild.
Yeah, I guess it's safe to say he won't get any return business from you guys.
No, he's butthurt about it because we had other stuff that we wanted to get done, including the original thing that I called him over here for, and this was just like a little side project, but. Yeah, we're done with this dude, man. And he's all mad about it now, too, because he supposedly lost all this money doing this job. And I'm like, you said you could do it for this price. And if you couldn't, you could have just told me no. Like, you should be honest to say, I can't do it for this price, but I can do it for this. And if I like you, I might still go for you. But don't take it and then complain the whole way because you didn't know how much it was really going to cost you,
And he messed up right away before he knew anything, already saying, I can do it. You promise. You don't even know what's on the table, and you making promises.
He don't know that my first guy that gave me the estimate is not getting his supplies from Home Depot. You know what I'm saying? He's got an actual contract with a supplier. So you got to take stuff like that into consideration when you're trying to do business, and you got to be honest. Don't just promise something because you want to get the job and then make it up later. You gotta, be honest about what the prices are.
And it don't go well.
And if you can't do it, say you can't do it. And he was like here's the point. He was giving prices based on him doing the work, right? So the easiest way to cut costs is labor.
Like more labor.
Yeah. So then once we get started, he got 5-6 dudes out here, and he's never out here. But then complaining about money, his people weren't being paid on time and stuff like that. And I was like, dude, you could just be out here doing it yourself like you were supposed to instead of hiring all these people. Then that would have saved you some money. That's not our problem. And I even told him, I said, with my business, for example, if I charge somebody, I'm just throwing numbers out here. If I charge somebody $1,000 to do a wedding, if that's if my normal price is $2,000, and then
that's
I promise somebody to do it, I promise somebody, hey, I can do this one for $1,000. Then I'm going to be the one to do that. I'm not going to send that wedding to Thomas or Josh or Nick because I've already got it for the cheap. Thomas ain't going to take less just because I promise less. His work is still his work.
Exactly.
So if I promise somebody a lot less than what I normally do it, then I'm going to be the one to do it. So I also don't have payroll on top of that big discount that I just gave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this dude gave me an estimate.
Burning the candle on both ends.
Exactly. He gave me an estimate as if he was going to be out here doing it himself, bulk of the work. And then there's 6 dudes out here that's angry because they ain't being paid right. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
He's supposed to be paying out of the monies that you guys gave him.
Exactly.
And he's got to keep up with that.
If you got money problems,
I really...
Best thing, easiest way to get rid of it is cut payroll. You don't have to pay other people to do stuff that you can do yourself. That's the easiest way to get back on top.
Yeah,
But
that and
he couldn't
not
figure it
promise
out.
people you could do that, and not promise people you could do jobs that you don't even know the
Exactly.
details of. You could do
Yeah,
less, you
it
know.
was so
So yeah,
crazy, man. I mean, this thing was going on for like more than a month, which should have been a week-long job. You know, it was just nuts, and it just reminded me of there's still lots to be learned about
Mhm.
running a business, and some people shouldn't be running a business just because you're good at something. You're good at doing this
Yes,
job. That doesn't mean you're ready to go
yeah,
into business for yourself, to be running a business
true.
and managing other people to do the job. Like there's steps in between that got skipped somewhere, and that's where a lot of people fall into that, you know,
Mhm.
including ourselves. I'm sure first
Yeah.
time I was running a business, I wasn't necessarily ready for it either, and I was running somebody else's business, but had to learn along the
Mhm.
way. And I tried to help him
Mhm.
along the way as much as I could
Yeah.
with, you know, how things should look as far as his contracts was all weird and stuff like that. And then
Yeah.
he talked about hiring me. I was
Mhm.
like, man, you can't pay me. You can't even pay the dudes that's out there. You can't pay me. I'm not getting in the bag with this guy to kind of help the
Yeah,
business side of
yeah.
things. I'm like, nah, you're already in way.
Right.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, but
Not
then that
doing
would
it.
give you an opportunity to come back and tell him he shorted you.
Yeah.
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 I'm not sure if you gave me all the money I was
Yeah.
supposed to receive.
Exactly.
You know, common sense, but there's a side of there's two sides to I guess
Mhm.
entrepreneurship. Is having a talent.
Yeah.
It's one side, but then having the business sense is the
Exactly.
other side.
And
And you have to
just
have it. I think
one
I
doesn't
don't think the
translate to
internet
the
gods
other.
are having much mercy on us today. I think we're
Yeah.
freezing.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah,
loving us.
I think we're freezing off. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
not
Yeah. You're
loving us,
lagging
but it's
and
okay,
freezing, but we're
ladies and
good.
gentlemen. Yeah. I don't think they're helping us out too much today as far as the Wi-Fi connection. You know, most days is good, but you know, again, we do this live, ladies and gentlemen, so we understand every week isn't going to be perfecto, but we, we like to come on and touch
Yeah.
base with you guys. But yeah, you guys in the comments, let us know. We wanted to get some first quarterly updates. If you have any accomplishments you want to share, any just any information, any updates we need to know in terms
Hmm.
of your business or where you are with the first quarter, because the first quarter will be wrapping up here soon.
Yeah, it is,
Pretty much
man.
next week is the end of the
Yeah.
first
We're
quarter.
already
Hope you guys
we're
got your
already done
taxes
with
done. Got a couple more
Yes.
weeks.
Yes.
Couple more weeks, get your taxes done,
Yeah, that's a whole nother
and all
show
of
right
that good
there.
stuff.
I'm in the process of getting ours done now, and we send all the info in. We
Mhm.
got a tax person that we're using for the first time this year. And so far,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he seems pretty good. Like he came highly
Yeah.
recommended from actually from Matt and Amy Stefanik. They actually recommended this guy to us,
Yeah.
and
Oh, okay. Yeah, nice.
yeah,
Former guest.
he's got all the work now. So we're gonna see what he comes back with. This
Yeah.
first time doing it, you know, officially this way, you
Yeah.
know, like the right way.
Nice.
So yeah,
Yeah, I
get your
tried to
taxes
get my
done.
accountant to come on again. I mentioned it to her again when I was over there a couple of weeks ago, but she's just not into coming on a show, and
That's all
it
right.
says it's just not really her thing,
Yeah,
and then maybe she just don't want to share her sauce, which
that's
is
right.
fine,
That's right.
but yeah, she's just like, I don't think that's my type of thing to do.
Yeah.
But I wanted to have her come on just to give some insight,
Mm-hmm.
especially for those that are self-employed, what you have access to as far as like your write-offs
Mm-hmm.
and things of that nature, whether it be mileage or cell phone usage, certain
Well,
things yeah,
hopefully
you get it.
after my guy is done, we're gonna actually sit down and have a consultation about, you know, what to do going forward and what he did and
Uh-huh.
what he can do and stuff like that. So I'll come back on here and share it,
Yeah, okay,
bring
yeah.
some
And I could
ideas.
too. Yeah, and maybe we'll do it together, or
Hmm.
maybe see if your guy would like to come on the show if he
All
like to
right.
do it. I like it to come from the
Yeah,
horse's mouth.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Straight, yeah, it gives it a little more credibility. But if not,
Yeah,
if we
man.
can't get them to, and maybe it's a thing where because of the field that they're in, they don't want to
Right.
be out there, like that too.
Yeah,
Anita
a lot
Morris,
of stuff
Simply
might be
Sweet,
in
Ice
that
Cream
little
Baby. What up?
gray area that they don't want to be talking about publicly.
And they don't want to be on camera. I'm assuming, kind of reading
Hmm.
the body language, like I don't want to be on camera divulging
Yeah,
certain things because accountants do have the ability to explain certain loopholes and
yeah,
this and
exactly.
that in person. Of
And
course,
it
but they
could be
probably
taken
don't
the
want to be
wrong
on
way.
camera.
Like they're
Yeah,
telling people
yeah,
to do stuff
exactly.
that
I
they shouldn't be
understand.
telling people to do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I get it. I get it. But we
Yeah.
definitely wanted our community to have a bit of access to that information,
Hmm.
though, because it might be helpful to someone that's self-employed. And as far as getting everything filed and all of that.
Anita
Yeah,
says,
what you
I
say,
need
Anita? I need
all
all
the
the
info
info.
I
Right?
can get. Yeah. Yeah. Us
Well, you
too.
definitely coming to the
Us
right
too.
place. We Yeah, and we keeping it short today, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't have a guest, and DJ Famous has another engagement. He has to get out of here shortly. When y'all hear
Yeah.
that music come in, you typically know it's
Little
like the
walk off.
Grammys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Grammys. But yes,
Yeah.
but we
Just a little
we'll be
check
back
in.
again next week, ladies and gentlemen. And we hope you guys first quarter is going well. I know mine has been busier than I expected.
Hmm.
No complaints, staying pretty busy. I
Yeah.
think going into April, I have a little bit of downtime for a couple weeks, and then it's right back at it. And this chairman of the board stuff is gonna pick up, again.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
think
all
with
good.
mine
So
is, I mean, it's on par with what it should be as far as performances go, but I have noticed that my new bookings have gone down a little bit.
yeah,
And I think it
uh huh,
has something to do with because I revamped my website and all that at the top of the year, and I think I gotta kind of get my Google rankings back up because it's not what it was because I literally redid everything from the ground up. So it's going to be, they said it's going to be, usually a couple month process to get everything back up as far as Google is concerned. So
okay,
I've noticed a
yeah,
little bit of a downturn, from where I normally am as far as what I've booked new this year, but we still getting it. We still getting it. Let the
absolutely.
Googles do its
I
thing.
see Barb. Yeah, and Barb says open mic night at Amore got picked up again in quarter 1 of 2025 after a year of building. We also
Yeah.
made it every other week instead of monthly,
Sweet.
every other Thursday. So you're playing this Thursday. I'm playing this Thursday too, Barb. We
Yeah,
keep
buddy.
missing each other. This is our guest from last week, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so yeah, actually, I'll be with Brandon Stevens
Hmm.
as a mellow groove duo this Thursday at CCB Bistro and Vine. We typically play there once a month. Yeah, there's the flyer right there, ladies and gentlemen. All the information, the address, everything is there. It's a dinner gig,
Hmm.
5:30 to 8:30. And that's where we'll be. And shout out to Chef Shanali that just had a birthday.
Yeah.
Her party was last Saturday. I was gonna try to stop by there on my way up to Charlotte just to say hi, but in between going over my set list and all of that and being tired, I was like, I'll just see them Thursday.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah,
Yes, and Anita, you're right. That should
yeah,
be a whole show on Google rankings, and we'll see if we'll actually get someone more knowledgeable than me to talk about that for
yeah, yeah.
sure. Yeah, we'll do that.
hmm
We'll do that.
hmm
I'm a DIYer, but I know
Yeah,
there's a
and
lot of stuff I don't know when it comes to that. So we're gonna get somebody
absolutely.
well qualified to
Yeah,
talk
we try
about
to get somebody
Google
who can.
rankings.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. And we're gonna do our best to help you guys out, man. Whatever
Yeah.
info, and that's why we like the fact that it's an interactive show. Because if there's
Hmm.
certain topics or whatever, feel free to let us know. Granted, we have uh, a pool of resources as far as people that we have access to, whether friends or acquaintances that do a myriad of things. But if there's certain things specifically you want, let us know. We'll do our best to address those topics for y'all,
Yeah, buddy. Yeah,
But
buddy. Let's do it
I
again
think
next
that's
week.
gonna wrap for this week. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna let DJ Famous get on out of here, ladies and gentlemen. But meet us here next Tuesday, same time, same channel, 12 p.m. We thank y'all
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much. Shout out YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Twitch. God bless y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day, rest of your week. Thank you all for being here. Peace and love. See you
Peace.
next week.